live, speaking to nobody. I'll put it on my story. Everybody, please join the Twitch stream. We are live right now as we speak. We're live right now. We're live now.
Live now.
Click
Hurry up.
the link.
Limited spots available. Just joking.
Not the story. Zero viewers still. That's okay.
I'm about to be there.
I'm about to be there.
I'm about to be there.
I feel like next week we should have people buy tickets instead
For a
of
live
like
studio
few chairs. Because
Why
it's
not
not
buy tickets? We should like
right.
just invite a bunch of people to come in and just be literally be an audience.
Just be an audience.
And that way, if if they laugh, it's oh shit, you're gonna introduce them. That way, if they
2 viewers, let's go. Who's in the chat?
Too
Who's in
early?
the chat? Comment who's in
Oh, we
the
got
chat.
somebody?
These are for
Alright.
viewers.
Wait, should I come in? No.
Yeah, we'll introduce you when you're ready.
I think
We're gonna wait for at least like 6 probably.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna hit 10 because I was trying to pretend last time.
I think I might be one of these viewers though.
That's fine.
Of the two.
If you're a viewer, comment in the chat. We want to say what's up to you. Oh fuck! I gotta get the link. Just send it around. New me.
See, look, it's me.
You're a viewer. I think I was the other viewer. I think we were the 2 viewers.
It's embarrassing.
That's alright. Let me get the link. Share to. Copy.
Well, since it records it, we can.
We
just
are
say-
2 minutes early, so that's probably why nobody's on. Hey, Guam family. Oh.
My mom.
Mom P's in the building. Let's go, Mom P.
Hello, mom. Hey,
I'll
Mom.
send you around some group chats. Mom P, how's Cash doing? Comment, did you walk him yet today? How many walks did Cash go on? I'm sending the link around. It's okay.
The link's in my bio.
I said link in bio on my story, but I gotta send the link around to make it easy for people. Send it to my parents.
Cash is with me now and he's sleeping. Thanks, Mom.
We're live.
Oh my God, we went 4.6 miles today.
Dude,
It's more than I did.
Mom P and Cash are beasts. Copy. Send. Alright.
Well, for my mom who's watching, we have so much planned for today. We're so excited for the show. We have a special guest, JDOT, coming on. This is the producer of New Ways and does many others. Also a realtor. So we'd love to see how he balances it out.
Double life.
Yeah, best of both worlds here.
Too much to talk about. We'll get through it.
Okay.
We got over an hour. We got unlimited time actually. Music went on.
Besides 1:30.
I was gonna say you guys are gonna go do that thing, right?
Yeah.
Smart.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, we're getting compensated.
Yeah.
I think we
I
Oh,
didn't
really?
know that. Yeah. She texted him because we texted the woman and she was like,
Sick.
"You'll be compensated." And we were like, "Fuck
Right,
yeah!"
like we're gonna do
So
great.
drunk.
Thank you.
Backtrack, like, oh damn it, shouldn't have said that.
So funny.
But yeah, we're just gonna be non-stop drinking these, and I'll have them in my
So
car.
we're gonna be here. I was like,
Just be
hold on.
extras.
We're gonna be.
I'm wearing this and jeans and all
Yeah, hopefully this
You guys
is.
get on. I feel like half of this is gonna be me interviewing you guys.
No.
No.
We have plenty of questions. And this dice.
that. Oh, we have 9 viewers. All right, shoot.
All right, so we really want to welcome our special guest, JDOT.
Time for me to slide in.
JDOT.
Camera's not freezing. I'm just being weird.
JDOT, welcome our special guest, JDOT.
Good morning, half a day.
Half a
Welcome
day
to the
from
show.
Community Guam.
Thank you for having me on the show. You know,
Of course.
in all my time here at New Waves, with all the podcasts that we've done and interviews and stuff, I'm usually the last person. I'm always promoting everybody else to do their own thing and get on live, introduce themselves, get them out there to the public, and I feel kind of blessed. Like it's my turn. It's kind of it's nice. So, anyways.
It's your spotlight now.
So
Now
this
you got-
is our sound engineer, lead producer at New Wave Studio. He's a beast on the Logic. I've never seen anybody work live the way he does. The things he can tweak and
Appreciate
make it
that.
sound incredible. It's amazing to watch, honestly. This is
Okay.
our producer Jeremy. Goes by the name JDOT. He raps a little bit too.
I think Clay's the only guy that calls me Jeremy.
I call him Jeremy.
Yeah, I
It was
think so.
really weird.
By
It shocked
name
me
of
in the
Mother
studio like a week ago. Because everybody calls me JDOT. Like people I don't know that have come to know me through the music, it's always JDOT, which is cool. The name's building. But then Clay called me Jeremy. He's like, "Hey Jeremy, do you want a drink?" And I was like,
Jeremy.
I almost didn't react because I'm like not used to my name anymore. It's weird.
That's so funny. So as we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Man, I'll try to make it short because it's a long story. I came out in 2007. I came out to Guam. That's where we're at here at New Waves, of course. My family business was, it still is, a horse and cow bar and grill. I'm not part of it anymore.
That was a family business?
Yeah. So
I knew you like ran that for a little bit. I didn't know that was a family business.
Yeah, so my grandpa started it back in 1956 in San Francisco with a couple of his brothers. And then my dad grew up in the business, kind of like I did, young, learned kind of back of the house type stuff, and then he elevated the business and he took it to San Diego, and then after San Diego we went to Washington State, so we have a location there. We still have one here in Guam, and it's cool. So, but yeah, to continue, I started out in the bar business, basically cooking, bartending, serving, managing, ownership, just built. Then I got out of that, got into real estate about 7 years ago, full-time real estate, and also now full-time New Waves. So I do real estate all day, every day until it's done, and then I come straight into the studio, first in, last to leave.
He's a hard working
yeah,
guy.
true that.
I don't know when
That
the
is
guy
very
sleeps. He has a
And I'm married. I got 3 dogs. I go to the gym. I play golf.
got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We get everything done.
So that's a long story short, just so we can.
You said you came out here in 2007. What?
Yeah.
So Horse and Cow brought you out here?
Yeah, so my dad, one of my dad's best friends at the time, who was still in the Navy, was on one of the submarines out here. I can't remember what it was. But he'd never been to Guam in his whole Navy career before. And so when he got to Guam back in 2007, it's way different than it is now. Like it was, you think Guam's Wild West now? It was crazier back in 2007. The party scene then wasn't even in Tumon. It was more so Agana and Tumuning. Yeah, so of course there were bars and stuff in Tumon, but Tumon was more of a club scene at that point, like traditional club versus bar and restaurant type party stuff like that. So yeah, we kind of just established ourselves right in between Tumon and Tumuning and Agana, and
yeah, that's a perfect spot.
Yeah, so anyways, my dad's friend was like, "Bro, you gotta come out here. Like the submarine community's huge. The locals are just great people, and I think you'll get a lot of support." And we came out here and we met a guy at the time who was born and raised here and had a lot of connections. So he helped us move along with the licensing and permitting and everything that we needed. And it like literally came together in like 6 months. It was freaking crazy. It was super crazy, super weird. So from literally on the other side of the world.
So it wasn't even started until you actually came here and then got it all running?
Well, so I didn't come out here first. So I stayed in the Washington State location.
Okay.
While my dad came out here and got everything prepped to open this place. And then I came out right before the first year anniversary here. So my first time here, I was here for like 6 months. Stayed through the first year anniversary, went back to Washington State for about 9 months, maybe a year. Roughly, and then decided to come back, and like I was couch surfing, like literally like couch surfing for like 2 years because I didn't know, like I didn't have a car. I rode my skateboard everywhere, like to and from work, like because I thought it was going to be a temporary place because we had plans to open up a horse and cow in Hawaii, and it just never panned out. And so I was like, you know what? I mean, it's beautiful here. I love it here. So I ended up finally getting my own apartment at the time, like $700, little 1 bed, 1 bath, and then eventually bought a car, and then just once I bought a car, I was like, okay, this is home. Like this is where I'm at now. Like I'm finally settling in, and so now 14 years later, almost or whatever, I'm one of those white dudes that's gonna be like, I've been here for 30 years.
So then, how did you meet New Waves in between all that?
So
after Horse and Cow, or
after Horse and Cow. So like originally, kind of a little bit of backstory. I was getting my real estate license just to do it part-time because through the bar was so busy. I became really good friends with a couple realtors, and so like while I'm bartending, a lot of military and locals would be like, "Hey, do you know a real estate agent?" So I started handing my friends business, like oh, here, this guy has qualified for $500,000 for a purchase. Like my buddy sitting right down at the end of the bar is a realtor. Just go talk to him. He's a super cool dude. So these guys would be making $10,000, $15,000 commissions, and I wouldn't ask them for anything, right? Because I'm running the business. They're spending money at my bar. Realtors like to drink. So I got my license just as a part-time thing, and then it just kind of randomly happened where I transitioned right out of the bar business as soon as I got my license. Like, it was just a really weird thing at the time because it was I was kind of like a little bit emotional, like leaving the family business, and so it made it a little tougher on my dad at the time. But everything happens for a reason, I believe, and so now I'm here and do real estate full time and music full time, and it's a beautiful thing.
It's impressive because, like you said, you go straight from realty straight here, and you're the last one to leave.
And what's even better is my real estate office is like, it's literally a 30-second walk from here, right, from the studio. So when I'm done, if I'm at my office, I don't even have to drive anywhere. I just walk right over here with my bag and my headphones and plug into the studio. It's great. Yeah. Sorry, you asked how did I find out about New Waves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was doing a real estate transaction with one of my partners here, Raj. Unselfish plug. With his wife, Ronnie, Empire Realty, by the way. I would like to promote myself, but got to show some love. So I was doing a transaction with her, and I went to her office to pick up my check and some closing documents and stuff like that because they had it there. And I don't know what it was, but I needed Raj for something because he's in the renovation business, right? He's in contracting.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Raj. She goes, "Oh, he's at the studio," and I'm like, "What do you mean studio? Like what? Like his apartment? Like where?"
Yeah, the studio apartment.
I didn't know, right? And ironically, I was just getting back into music at the time. Like, I had just started getting back into making beats only. I wasn't recording. I wasn't doing anything. I was just getting back into making beats because I dropped music for like years, actually, because of the bar business and focusing on real estate. And I just was like, had that itch to get back into it. So this was like 6 months before this whole situation now with Ronnie. So then he goes, he's at the studio. I'm like, okay. She goes, music studio. I was like, okay, that's kind of strange because I literally just started making beats again. Fast forward, I met him over here and he showed me the studio at the time, which was nothing like what it looks like now.
Nothing like how it looks.
Dude, the desk was twice the size and width. I could go into detail, but it'll take too long because
was there like a separation between the recording booth and the where we hang out, like that glass? Was that
no? So that was there
okay.
When I first came here. So yeah, the separation was there. But we didn't have the ability to, like, on the controller, right, to push the button and talk to, like when Lauren's singing, for example.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have that talkback option. So it was a little bit more difficult, like a lot of just back and forth, like trying to communicate with the artist while I'm recording the artist. But no, I came in here and, like, they didn't really have any real business. Like, it was just, I don't mean to say it lame because nobody in Guam had anything like this place had at the time still. But yeah, it just wasn't what it is today, and I was like, I showed up and I plugged in and started playing some beats, and the handful of dudes that were here were like, yo, these beats are sick, and then it just blossomed from there. And then I met Spell, and then Spell and I just freaking
get at it.
Dude, yeah.
Even last
we
night.
were here last night and we were just messing around and they came up with like pretty much a full song in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we were outside.
The way you guys work
in,
together
and it
is
was
ridiculous.
just like, they were like, look what we got. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
snap.
we were taking a break outside, and I finished my drink. I came back in, and nobody was in the studio, right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, this is a perfect time for me to just kind of zone out.
Indeed.
And I started messing around with some sounds and found this really nice guitar sample and then built the beat around that guitar, and Spell came in, and yeah, like they said, like 15 minutes, boom, a song is done. So the theory is there, the idea is there, the emotion is there, the structure is there, it's all there. So now it's just a matter of writing the lyrics, arranging the song, mixing it, mastering it, and we can have it done in like a week. So it's crazy how things happen like that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, even like us, like when you're like, oh, I don't have any lyrics for today, but can we just make a beat? and I'm like, yeah, sure. So we sit down and we make beats together, and
It's exciting.
it's
It
beautiful.
gives you something to like be excited for.
Lauren just hears a beat and on some like juiceful shit will just make up a song like on the spot. It's like a... Like
she got the melody,
has.
and then we put,
And then we figure it out from there.
words
yeah.
to the melody, and then it's beautiful, man. I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Wait, I was gonna ask. You said you met in the studio. How did? Oh yeah. So when you were skating previously, were you always doing music even while you were skating, like back then?
No,
or?
like when I was skating and taking it really serious, like I had sponsors and I was really pursuing
Real quick for the chat, he was really into skateboarding and he was like trying to go pro and have like sponsors and all that stuff. Like,
yeah, so at the height of my skateboarding career, I skated for, there's another shout out, Willie Santos, OG. Back in the late 90s, mid 90s, was just a destroyer on the skateboard. I mean, I'm sure he still is, regardless of how old he is now. I don't know. I haven't been in touch with him in a few years, but he saw me skating at one of the local skate parks and was just fucking hyping me up every time I'd land a trick. And then he asked me, he's like, yo, do you have a sponsor? I was like, yeah, I mean, I get some flow from, certain companies, like they'll throw me a deck or like whatever. So I had like mini sponsors, I guess you could say. And this was like right around the time that I was finishing my own Sponsor Me tape, like a legit to shop to different, board companies and stuff like that. And so I brought him my Sponsor Me tape, and literally the same day he called me, he goes, bro, I watched your video. You're fucking dope, dude. I want you on my team. Can you come by the shop later today? And I was like, yeah. So I walked in, he gave me a pair of shoes, a backpack, stickers, a full complete board. So anytime I needed a deck, like if I was out filming and I broke a board doing a trick down a fucking stair set or something, I'd call him, hey Willie, you at the shop? No, but so-and-so is. All right, cool. I just broke a board filming for our video. Can I get one? He goes, yeah, just let so-and-so know that you're coming by and I'll have it ready for you. Like it was like that.
That's so nice.
And then
That's awesome.
and then injuries killed that dream. Like I had reconstructive surgery on my right ankle, rehabilitated it back to full health, and I got all my skill back again very quickly, mind you, which was crazy to me. And then I ended up fucking up my left ankle, excuse my language, and from then it just was never the same. And so I just kind of had to slowly like give it up and grow up, I guess.
So were you making beats while you were skateboarding? Like when did you first start making beats? So to kind of like segue into that, like I always had a love and a passion for hip hop, like period, like underground hip hop, like that's where my heart and soul lies. And I don't want to say it became famous or anything, but like I'd go to house parties and stuff, and I was big into freestyling. And it got to the point where like people would want me to freestyle at parties and just put a beat on and nice
like just sit around and watch me. I don't freestyle as much anymore because I'm more focused on creating the music and stuff like that. But so I was never really a beat maker to start out, but the freestyling and the love for the hip hop and everything got me wanting to learn. So like I started out on GarageBand, which is like the lame version of Logic.
That's what I was like trying to like figure out how to do it. I just gave up. It was too. If that's too complicated, I can't imagine Logic.
So I started on GarageBand, just messing around, and actually, you know what was crazy? The high school I was going to at the time in San Diego, Poway High School, I was taking a media class because back to the skateboarding, I'd had like my girlfriend at the time film me, or my skate buddies film me, but I was using Final Cut, the video editing software. So I edited, so I used Final Cut Pro to edit all my own videos, put the music to it, do the slowdowns, this, that, whatever. So my media class at the time gave us a project to do on, I can't remember if it was GarageBand or Logic, but they were like, look, so part of our criteria, part of this lesson, so to say, was like, let's see what you guys can create, right, in terms of a song. Yeah. So we all were assigned to make a beat, which looking back on it, I thought was really freaking cool. And I think that's what piqued my interest, looking back on it. Because I remember we had to present it to the class too, and mine was trash. It was so bad.
That was like one of the first beats you made.
Yeah, ever. Yeah, for real. And I remember looking back on it like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, especially when some of the other kids actually like were already doing music creation and stuff. Like,
so they were like,
so there was some really good stuff. Yeah, and then I got up and it was like beep. It was so bad, and it just kind of like motivated me to get better. So like I think I started beat making like after my skateboarding career kind of ended, I guess you could say.
That's fun. That's
So that's
crazy.
cool. What was your first like setup like when you're making beats in like your room or whatever? Like what did you have to make beats? Just your computer, or did you have like the Mighty keyboard or like little like drum, like, you know what I mean?
It was just the just the computer really at first, like Logic and a lot of these DAWs, right? DAW stands for Digital Audio Workshop. So you've got, Fruity Loops or FL Studio, you've got Logic, you've got Ableton, you've got, there's quite a few of them out there. Pro Tools even, which is more editing software for the most part. But yeah, I started, I didn't know, I still to this day don't know how to play an instrument. So these DAWs come with like preset loops and samples and instruments and stuff, so I started playing around there. So I had a little MIDI keyboard I'd plug in. I'd try to use some of the loops that came with it, but they were all just so generic and not very professional sounding. And mind you, this was like 10, 15 years ago, or even longer. Anyways, so I just started playing around and making beats, and then I ended up putting a little microphone. I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit here, but within the same realm. This was in San Diego. I was still living with my parents. I think I was like 19 or 18, I think, right after high school. And I built a little, I didn't even build it. I just put my microphone in my closet, and then I started recording it. So I was making my own beats, writing and recording my own songs. Sometimes I'd do 3 a day. Like, I was really into
just
it.
Cranking them out.
Just cranking them out, like just trying to learn and grow and figure things out.
And that's the way to do it, is to just keep going.
Yeah, and then I was like literally hustling on the beach. Like, I'd go to the beach on the weekends, set up a little table, play a mixtape that I played.
Do it anywhere?
No, I wasn't making and creating anywhere. I actually pressed CDs. Like, I'll have some. I still have some. I'll bring them in so you guys can see. I should have brought it in for the show.
Yeah,
my God,
that's really cool.
So I have like pressed CDs, like literally, like it's still wrapped in cellophane. Like I did it really professional. Like I spent literally
awesome.
like all the money that I had to press, like, I think 500 CDs or something like that. And so I'd go to the beach and I'd set up a table, play my music, and hand out CDs. And some people would donate money and whatever, because I wasn't selling, I was just trying to promote myself. So like on the back of the CD, it had my MySpace account, mind you, at the time. So we're going back. We're going back, right? This is before I even knew what Facebook was or heard about Facebook. So, MySpace, I had my top 8, my crew. So I was pressing CDs, and even my buddy Kyle Polis, haven't talked to him in a while. Got to get him on this feed to check us out. But so him and I would go down to like Pacific Beach in San Diego, and we'd go hit the bars down there, because there'd be thousands of people, and I'd literally pop my trunk open my doors at closing when the bars are emptying, and I'd jam my shit like as loud as possible and hand CDs out of my trunk. Like, I was hustling like that.
Hell yeah.
Nothing ever came from it, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, honestly.
But the publicity of it came from it. Like, people knew your name, people started to know.
I got nothing out of it.
Nothing.
Like, straight up, I got nothing out of it. But it was a good learning experience, and it just it brought me out of a little bit of a shell. Like, I've always been a people person, and I'm not very shy, but like it definitely, like, it made me realize, I went to that extent to just get my music out there at the time, even though it was shit. I thought it was crazy good, because like, it was me, like, I want to get this out there. Like, the beats are pretty good, the rhymes are always good, double entendres and kind of, different shit like that. But yeah, man, I don't know where we've been going in this conversation, but the hustle's always been there. And like, now that it's real, right? Like, we've got you, who is an amazing singer. Clay supports everything you and we do 100%. Like, the team is super strong. Like, our quality really and our care and what we put into everything now is definitely going to take us somewhere.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. And we definitely, from your experiences, and like, we definitely improved on our promoting and like how we do it now compared to just handing out CDs. Isn't bad, but like, you've learned lessons, you grow, and you learn better ways to promote.
Well, things are a little bit easier now too, right? I mean, you've got with social media and everything. I mean, that's the way to go. Like, video and social marketing is like, it's free, like, for the most part, unless you want to put some money behind your promotion or whatever you're doing, which is great. Like, I mean, go for it, do it. But And now with all these hashtags, like I didn't even know how to hashtag until a couple years ago. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever until I found out that it actually works. And so I've gained like a ton of followers, and I get not a ton, but I get way more likes and views and stuff on my videos than ever before, just because of hashtags. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I didn't do this before.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. Especially you said you've been getting DMs too that you haven't even been able to like answer yet.
Yeah.
Like you've been getting so much like interaction.
Oh, I still have.
Like,
oh my
hey.
God! I think. Let me just pull it up real quick.
Like that's so awesome.
Yeah, hold up.
I want to talk more.
68 message requests.
Oh my God.
Most of it, mind you, is like social media marketers from, and I'm not hating, but from like Nigeria or India or whatever, right? That are trying to make some money by, you know,
like,
boosting and stuff,
yeah,
which is cool. But like, you know, a lot of it's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which,
that is true. Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't know. Some people knock it, some people love it. I kind of sit somewhere in the middle. Like, if it helps me get 25,000 views on a video, whether it's fake or real, it's 25,000 views.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, because
So
it's a numbers game, you know, for the most part, with a lot of what we do in life in general. So.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about the promoting aspect of like social media. I know Lauren was really interested in researching and how to grow her Instagram, so she learned about utilizing stories a lot, interaction support, and hashtags and stuff. What are things you do to promote songs and albums and really get the music out there? Because if you get it in front of enough ears, they're like, it's a percentage game. People are gonna like it.
So
like, what are methods you?
I'm still learning a lot myself too, right? Like you guys honestly probably know more than I do at this point. But in terms of like the music and getting the music out there, you know, Spotify. We Spotify's huge. It's like probably the biggest platform for streaming music out there right now, aside from like maybe Amazon Music or Apple Music and iTunes. But we use DistroKid, which is a distribution service website that puts our music out on every streaming platform. I mean, stuff I've never even heard of. Napster's still around, I think.
What is that?
Napster. I've heard of Napster.
I don't even know what that is.
Napster and like LimeWire. It was like you could rip off music for free on these sites. Like,
cool.
So they went through a lot of legal battles and lawsuits and stuff. Like,
You ever seen that movie about with the Facebook?
Yeah, Social Network.
Social Network.
Yeah.
The dude Justin Timberlake plays. He created Napster, and he was like, I got like sued for it or whatever, but like he could like change the game about music. It's like it was taken away from like the big industry heads. It was like a big revolution in the music industry. Napster.
One of the highest paying artists.
One of the highest paying for artists.
Well, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I didn't know.
there's still a lot that I don't know. Like my focus for the most part right now is just getting better at the craft, right? To make sure, you know, when we actually release some of Lauren's music, it's nothing that somebody's going to turn away from it, something that's going to be like, who the hell is this, right?
Yeah.
Like that's where a lot of my focus is going right now. And as far as like getting the music out there and promoting it, you know, so once you upload a song or an album or an EP or whatever to DistroKid, there's a bunch of different playlists that you can submit your music to, right? Which is smart, and I think that's what Spell's doing today. If Spell's watching, hello, I don't know.
Comment in the chat, Spell. If you're in the chat, comment below.
Yeah, what up, Cuddy? By the way, take a nap, hamster.
He said, hey, what up with y'all little ass?
Oh, Napster. Yeah. Who's Battle Gear? Napster. Yeah.
That's Joe.
Oh, that's Joe. Oh shit. What up, Joe?
Welcome.
Welcome back. I know you need ice cream and booze, bro. We got you. So I think you know, there's just I think there's a lot of information that I look at it like a lot of it's withheld, I think. And I think it's for a reason. Like there's a lot of different platforms and a lot of ways that you can get your music out there. I think a lot of people don't know about it because it's not talked about enough, and I think it's not advertised enough for people to actually really succeed, you know, quicker. Like, so I don't know. I look at it like as a negative and a positive. Like the positive is like, okay, so we keep grinding, we keep hustling, we keep getting better, we keep doing it, but if we can work smarter by using some of these services that aren't so talked about, you know, so if we could work just as hard, but get 50 times more results by using a certain platform or a certain, even if it costs some money, like, I look at it like if something is for free, it's a reason it's for free.
Yeah.
Probably is not going to work that great for you, right? And a lot of people just like that word free. They just get sucked into that word free. Where I mean, like Spell was shocked the other day. I dropped $300 subscribing like this, subscribing to. A website. I'm not going to say it because I want to see if it actually really works. I did my research on it. It's been around for years. I used them before. I know it works. I just kind of am testing the waters again because it's been like 15 years since I actually tried it. So you know, and so not only is it the $300 subscription for a year, but each song that we submit to it is $5, $10, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get anything out of it. I love that because if I'm paying for it, you better give me the service that you're promising. You right? And you know, with this website, it's legit. I checked the Better Business Bureau. I called their hotline. Like, I made sure that they're still around. Made sure that they're still real before I just jumped into it. But we'll see. And this website advertises through A&Rs, music, or movie producers, commercial producers, all kinds of stuff, right? So we put together a song for you, or a nice EDM track, or even just a beat, and we can submit it to, this person, this TV network's looking for this and this and this and this and this. If you have something that fits this mold, you know, copyrights and legal description, I mean, everything's there. So, okay, I'll pay $5 to submit it. Let's see. And they give you feedback. So even if you're not chosen or whatever for whatever, oh man, okay, this would be great for this. Maybe submit it to this A&R, or maybe submit it to this advertisement. So, long story short, there's just a lot of things that that are kind of unknown, or that people I think are scared to take a risk on. And I think it's a necessary evil in a way, like that you need to, you know, you can't just sit back and just think that Instagram alone or whatever, you know, free promoting is going to get you where you want to be. Like, you gotta invest in yourself, right? Whether it not just time but monetary. Yeah. I think I could use another beverage, and maybe who's in the chat? Come on, Clay needs to talk up his.
Oh yeah, Clay, your cousin, Levi, the skater. No, I believe.
Scared money.
It's his homie and Tara, so your mom and dad.
Oh, I have a cousin, Levi. He was actually a pro skater too.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he had I remember at one point he had like 7 sponsors. He's out of Colorado.
Damn.
He got in a bad accident though. They were like pulling themselves behind like a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
They were drunk as shit at like 1 a.m.
Well, it sounds like something a skater would do. Like, I've done shit like that.
And then he hit a rock and he wasn't wearing a helmet, and he like had like a real bad. What are you doing? Got like a real bad accident. Had like brain surgery and all that. He recovered. Fully recovered. He still skates now. He's a beast.
Yeah.
I'll show you his Instagram.
I was never pro, FYI. I was pursuing it, but yeah, I you know, it was cool, man. Even years ago when I was running Horse and Cow, just to.
Hold on. Wait, I already filled the glasses. I'm giving them.
Yeah, it's okay. Wait, are you sure?
What'd you fill it with?
Place,
Alright, I'll pop it later then.
Maybe
I'm
before the
kidding,
game section.
Yeah, before the game section we'll pop it. What'd you fill it with?
We still had more in the other
Oh, shoot.
champagne glass. Here.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, his cousin's a crazy skater.
No, that's sick. That's way sick.
Yeah,
like
you
I
would,
was.
go through his sponsors and get us like free shoes if we were his size.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah. Oh, Globe. Okay.
Who is
There's
calling
shoes.
me?
He got us skateboards for Christmas one year. He got me, all my brother's skateboards.
Yeah, it's got like his face on the back or
Yeah.
something.
No,
It's so
he's
funny.
like legit.
What was it?
legit.
Board Pusher was the brand. Board Pusher. They like.
Okay.
His wife was an artist, so she designed like the logo, put his face on the skateboard. He got all of me and my brothers, and my sister even got a board. And that's how we started skating when I was like 8.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Do you guys see them in the chat? Somebody teach Lauren how to pour that. Did you shake the OJ?
Who's that? Wait, who's that?
I did my best.
You didn't shake the orange juice?
Always shake the orange.
Dude, Ray looks genuinely concerned.
Yeah, my mom used to Clayland to drop in a half pipe in Puerto Rico. That's where I started skating.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when I was 8 years old for Christmas, we got the skateboards.
In Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico. We started
Wow.
skateboarding around the Coast Guard base. And they had like a little half pipe that we would like do, and like someone would bring like a tiny little rail that we could like grind on. That's all I could do. I could drop it.
Perfect.
I never learned the kickflip. I'm still working on that. I landed
still,
one.
yeah.
I was still like a few weeks ago. I'll be like on the what's it?
Trash cans.
Trash cans.
He'll like hold on to it and try and do it. So you just fall.
Oh.
I landed like one, but leaning against.
We should go skate then, because I get on my board like maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks.
It's fun. I went with Sam. Sam's in the chat, I think. Me and Sam went to the
Amateurs.
JDOT. We went to the JDOT. And it was
Fuck
fun.
you, Joe. Love you, bro.
It was fun. There's some studs that skate out here.
Yeah, there's some kids out here that shred actually.
Oh my god.
Badass, like, but he's like, I guess it's cracked down. We can tell him he owns it, but he's like,
Oh yeah,
but he's.
I've seen him. He kills it though. Yeah.
There's this one dude, I like took a break and he was a dad. He had like his 3-year-old daughter with him. He's like, yo, can I borrow your board real quick? So yeah, sure, whatever. He drops in, he goes up, grabs his board, goes on like one hand and like drops back in. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And he's like, thanks man, and then just takes his daughter.
I would just walk away and leave my
I
board
know,
with
I'm
him.
like, that board's for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I would just
oh my
disappear.
God.
He'd come out of the
It was
bowl
so
and like I'd be
ridiculous.
gone. I'd be
It was
gone.
so ridiculous. Yeah, there's some talented skaters out here.
Yeah. But no, it's cool, especially since like my wife, right? She's like the jam skater of Guam.
Yeah,
Like, gotta shout out my wife, Aimee in skates. Follow her on Instagram. She's sick with
We'll
it
drop the
on the
link to her
skates.
Instagram.
Yeah, she's
Hey,
gonna
cool,
kill her
cool.
Instagram.
We wanted her on the show this morning too. She ended up having to work because she's just such a nice person. She covered somebody else's shift.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll get her on the show soon, and so she can showcase her skates and some techniques, and we can film her actually doing some moves and stuff. Like
Yeah,
she,
she's really
dude,
good with it.
the skates.
she gets thousands of views. Like
Yeah.
she went from literally like not skating at all to, I mean, she put in a lot of work though. Like I'm talking.
Yeah, she said she only started like not that long ago.
Not that long
right?
ago, yeah. And now she's got like 5 pairs of skates. They all have different wheels for certain road textures and conditions and this and that. And like
crazy.
one's more for like dance skating and another
She's
one's for something like
so
dude,
good
it's
with that.
crazy.
So we
I
went to
think
Coffee Slut one
That was the
time.
first day we met her too,
Yeah,
and
the
she
first day we
comes
met
in
her.
like dancing
And
on
yeah,
her
her
skates.
wheels are like lighting
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
We're like,
She's,
who is
dancing
that?
and
We're like-
looking
That was
so
the first
sweet.
time you met my wife?
Yeah, Coffee Slut that
Holy
time. And
shit.
she's like moonwalking. and
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
she's
shit.
so good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Because I think she makes it look so easy, and then
does, yeah.
people think that it's easy, and then they get on
not.
skates, and they hit her up all the time, like, yo, you inspired me to buy skates. Like people message her like,
that's so
you
sweet.
inspired me to buy skates, and you make it look so easy, and I can't even stand up on mine, you know, like.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, she gets a lot of love.
Aw.
Like she gets a lot of love. So
love
I'm
that.
really proud of her for pursuing that. Like that's
Yeah,
like
that's
music,
awesome.
right? Like real estate and music is my that's what I love. I
Yeah.
love it. I will never give up real estate. I'll never give up music ever. Aimee, I don't think we'll be fucking 90 years old together, and she'll
be like
I'll be on my walker with the tennis balls on it, and she'll be on roller skates. Like, peace. Yeah.
Come on, slowpoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aimee forgot how to walk with her rocket power ass.
Yup, I said it. Yup, I said it. Pod.
Addie used to be on the skate. Oh, sick, Addie, pressing the kid on the chat. Yo, tell Addie to get back on the skates, dude.
Yeah. That's cool.
Aimee will help her out, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I saw her last video of I think it was a Bruno Mars song where it was like, I look too good in my robe or something. Should I see her in like the
Oh, we did
hotel
that at the
robe?
Tsubaki Tower over the weekend. Oh my god, dude, so
That's
sick.
so funny.
Yeah,
I was
she
loving
just
it.
posted that video
like
yesterday,
or
I think.
something, Yeah.
I think she's got over 5,000 views and comments on it in a day. Like,
Oh my god, because it's
actually,
like, yeah.
I bet her yesterday, but I had such a late night in the studio last night. I don't remember, but I bet her yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna guess that within the first 48 hours you get over 10,000 views. Like that's how crazy like her skate page is growing, and she's not paying for promotion. She's not like she's just putting it out there using some hashtags
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier.
Like-
and it's growing. Like even professional
Yeah.
roller skaters in the States are
it's
talking to
crazy.
her and following
Yeah.
her. Like it's crazy.
I see some of
It's
these.
crazy.
She has like 14K, 17K.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
Like and that was
Yeah.
that was like I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the? I think it should.
I think that's the same song. I think it's the Bruno Mars song. Maybe.
Anderson Paak. Oh,
Yeah,
shoot. I
yeah,
just
yeah,
got out of
yeah.
it. That's so,
So-
cool. I don't know if we can see the date,
Yeah.
but
anyways,
that's awesome.
yeah, no,
That's, like,
she's
getting a lot
killing
of
it.
views,
Yeah.
And it does look so easy. Like, I see her doing it all the time, and I'm like, oh, like, Clay and I tried that one time. We were like, oh, yeah, let's go skating now. Because she got us, like, we, like, forgot about it. Like, we have our own skates
Yeah,
and
we
stuff,
would do
but
that
we
in
never...
Florida a lot. We go to the park and like skate and like walk the
Yeah.
dog and stuff.
So then
Right.
when we saw her doing it, we were like, oh, we should do that again. Like,
We should
let's
get
do
back
it.
into
So
it.
then we went to, like, the
The
food
food
trucks on Thursday, and I was breaking my ankles. Oh my god, I felt so bad. I'm like going through the crowd of people. I'm like, I can't stop. I'm sorry.
Can't
Please
stop.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
About to run into the food truck. Like, oh god. I was like, how
I
does
was
she
like,
do
I
it?
was like able to get some. I'm like kind of nice with this kid, so I was able to get some like good footage of her. But
No.
Lauren could not film me.
Clay was like-
she was falling over.
Clay was like, can you go faster, please? Like, move.
Oh
He was like,
my
get out of my
God.
way.
I was trying to film her. I wasn't trying to be a jerk or anything.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
trying to
but,
film
like,
her,
yeah.
but she would just like stop moving, and I'm
He's
like, I
like-
can't film you if you're not moving.
Yeah.
Oh god, we need Ivy's help really bad.
Yeah, no, like I don't know. We'll put a cool show together because no,
Yeah.
she like there were times, especially during like COVID, like you know, we all needed something to do, right?
Yeah.
When COVID was like super serious.
Is that when she started? Or-
Yeah. I think towards the end of like the lockdown, right? But so we bought like little cones and stuff, and she'd go. We'd be at home, right? And because even real estate, I think for 2 to 3 months almost, real estate was considered non-essential, and I fought hard with
How's that
the
not?
Guam Association of Realtors, and I sit on a couple of different committee boards, and I fought hard to. I'm like, people need a place to live.
That's
Like,
Yeah, what about
That's
the people?
one of the most
Because the
essential-
military is
I'm
still
like-
bringing in boats.
yeah,
People,
so I'm
where are
like,
they supposed to
how
go?
can real estate be non-essential? And at
Doesn't even make
first,
sense,
it was
yeah.
crazy. It was like, you gotta wear gloves, you gotta keep sanitizer on you. You gotta put signs on the toilets that say don't use the toilet. You got like really just ridiculous stuff. In my opinion, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very real person. I'm really outspoken. That's a whole nother topic. Let's not get into
that's
it.
a whole nother.
But anyways, no, I mean, so she'd get on her skates, she'd go outside in the carport, and she'd come back in an hour later, drenched in sweat, bruises, cuts on her legs. Like she's put the work in. Like, so, yeah.
Wait, they're throwing ones in the chat.
Yeah, I'm
What
wondering
does
what
this
the
mean?
ones are for. I don't know.
Does that mean
1.
What does it say? What does it say?
I don't know.
Ray John, could you scroll up in the chat, see what the ones are for? Keep sharing in the chat. One to rap. They want me to rap. Why do you want
Why?
me to rap?
Wait, keep
Stop
sharing
asking
one
to
in the
rap.
chat. What's one? What is
They
it?
say
Clay to
for
rap.
Clay to rap, put one.
Hey, we have a much
Please
better
stop.
idea. Clay is a country singer. We figured it
Oh,
out
let's do
last
that.
night.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Why don't we put on some Darius Rucker?
They were talking about it before you came in, Ray John, and
Clay.
yeah, like
Clay has like a very good low pitched, like maybe country voice.
all over
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Like that.
Where's Virginia?
No, it was the lower. It was the lower.
There's
He
mountains
was going so
shaded
low.
river.
Country road.
That's too high for you. That's too
No,
high.
that's too high. I gotta go.
Ooh.
I can't.
Are you howling at the moon or are you singing?
Yeah,
What are you
I'm
doing?
I'm not howling.
We're gonna need to put on some Darius Rucker later when we get into the game section and everything, and you're
I
gonna
hate
need to
when
do
we get the
that.
chat pee so bad, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Do it.
So Clay's gonna take a little break.
And maybe we can move on to, I don't know, something else.
Actually, I do have a question. So you mentioned you used Taxi prior when you were younger. You used Taxi to like kind of submit your songs like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So you still use it, right? Do you use any other like websites that kind of like do the same thing?
No, I just
it
got
just-
back on it. I think, like, for now, like just getting back into it, I don't want to jump into like too many
Yeah.
like options and get too flooded because just with everything I do anyways, real estate, I mean, just before the show, I got a call, and then during
Yeah.
the show, I got a call from a random number, and, so I got to take those calls because 9 out of 10 times it's real estate.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like, I don't want to get too overwhelmed because sometimes, like, I feel overwhelmed already. Like, I'm working on music for Ray John. I'm working on music for you. Obviously, I'm working on music for myself. I'm working on Spell. I'm working on different projects. Like, I got a dude in the UK who I just did a single for that you guys probably haven't even heard yet.
No.
UK rapper. He's super sick.
I remember you talking about it though, the UK rapper.
Yeah, and now we got a really young, talented kid, FK Glizzy. What up? He's probably not on the chat.
Glizzy.
But FK, like, he's from, I think originally from, oh my gosh, man, don't hate me for saying this if I'm wrong. But originally, I think they're from South Africa or Nigeria or something. But they're in Calgary, Canada now, I think. And so we just teamed up with him, and so there's just a lot going on. So to answer the question, like, I don't want to overload myself with, like, I do enough already. Like,
makes sense.
Otherwise, I'll just stress myself out.
I was gonna ask before actually too, is if you do. I mean, you said you do get overwhelmed, so you kind of answered my question. I was gonna see if you were overwhelmed with everybody that you have to like go into the studio with, because there's so many people. Like every time I go in there, there's somebody different. I either meet somebody new or like even the other day I met Jake's wife. And I was like, oh, hey. And she was already in the booth singing. I didn't even know she was in there. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, oh, hey. And so, like, there's always somebody new. There's always somebody else reporting. Like, you always have something going on. It's never, like, just like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in, like, if somebody's got talent, like, let's go. Let's give it a shot, you know? Like, you never know what can happen or, as far as, them shining on their own or collaborating like with you or Ray John or something on a track, because when we're in this creative space here, magic happens. You know what I mean? Like magic really happens. Last night I think was a prime example of that, like with that one song
with Spell. That was crazy.
That was super crazy. There's still a lot of work to do on it, but the fact that like within 20 minutes like we have a whole song idea that just needs some fine attention to it, like so yeah, like I just want everybody to be successful, period. Like I'm not going to be successful as a producer or as an engineer or as a musician if you guys aren't successful. So I just want my whole team to succeed, and if you end up making $1 million off of something that we did together, like I'm gonna make something off of it. So my whole thing is like I want to get everybody else around me making money, so we all make money together. Like,
I love that about New Ways, is that like we're such a team, and like even like Tanya, who's like in San Diego, like, she's still like a part of the team, and I love that. Like I love how strong the connection is with
even
everybody.
AR, Almighty AR. You guys didn't get to meet him before he left. Crazy talented rapper, bro. Ooh. Super sick. Like if he was still here, him and Spell would be murdering everybody on this island. He is fucking crazy good with it. Excuse my language. So, AR is probably not tuned in because he's in DC right now, and I think he's working more. Like his career in the military, I think, is expanded. But he's still like he's one of my favorite rappers, straight up, all time. I'm talking, and I have a lot of favorite rap. I mean, from Eminem, obviously, like as a kid growing up, like he, Mos Def. It's weird. I'm from the West Coast, but I like a lot of East Coast rappers. So like old Kanye, not new Kanye. Sorry, Kanye. Old Kanye.
I agree.
Talib Kweli, Pharoah Monch, like probably Redman, Method Man. Like there's probably a lot of people that inspired me that a lot of people don't even know.
Who are your inspirations actually? Like what? Like
You got
what would you
a
say?
few of them, yeah, sure.
I mean, no, I'm only pausing because like I don't. It's really funny. Like I think how to answer this question, because like Spell, for example, like Spell will come in the studio, right, and we'll have a session ready to go. And he'd be like, yo, did you hear the new track by so-and-so? And I'm like, who's that? Like, I really
Spell's
don't.
really in there with, like, the pop culture, like, who is new music dropping, and then I don't listen to,
But
like,
for me, I'm so focused on, like, what I'm creating and what we're creating as a team that, like, I don't really listen to much outside of what I work on, which might sound psychotic.
That was gonna lead into our next question, is like, what kind of music do you like play in the car? And I predicted it would be like the music we're currently working.
Yeah. I
don't like take someone that listens to a lot of other music.
Yeah.
It's kind of a waste of your time because you're working on your own stuff. And you're tweaking your own product.
And as a producer and an audio engineer and an artist myself, like I think we as artists are our own worst critics, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I want to listen to whatever I'm creating for whoever I'm creating it for on everything I can possibly. My AirPods, my phone, my car speakers, the studio monitors, on TV at my house.
You hear it everywhere,
right?
so you know how it
So,
sounds and you
yeah,
tweak it.
my ears have gotten so trained, especially in like a frequency range, to be like, oh, there's too much lows on this, or there's too much mids here, or I need to cut some of the high end out, or especially listening to the music on different devices. So like honestly, I'd say I probably 90% or more listen to everything that I'm working on, because I'm working on so much, which I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for.
That is really,
but you know, every time I change it, whether it's changing the snare on a beat or changing the way the kick drum hits, like even if it's just that one small little thing, I'll listen to it over and over and over again just to make sure that I'm happy with it before I really move on to like the next stage of things. So like it's tough to say like what inspires me or who inspires me. Like I just feel inspired all the time.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, personally, just coming into the studio, I get so inspired just listening to like what you and Spell make or what you and Rayton make. Like, it's so intriguing. I'm like, oh, I want to make something like that. I was literally thinking that last night. I was like, I want to make something like that. Like, it's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, even stepping out of the box too, like with the pop stuff I'm working on, and even that so kind of what inspired me to make that track that I sent you last night. It's very theatrical. It's very, I think, movie worthy or something, really right? The way the beat builds and the like cinematic drums and stuff to it. The opportunity through Taxi that to go directly to A&Rs or music producers and you know, big players. Because they advertise like, here, $10,000 if you're accepted, plus you get to meet the individual personally and negotiate further deals and like whatever else. Like, that's fucking huge, right?
Yeah,
so if I spend $5,000 on $5 song here, $10 submission there, $10 submission there, $5 submission there, if one lands, and I spend $5-10 grand on it, if one of those lands, and we make $100,000 or more right off the bat, plus royalties and whatever else we can negotiate, I'm totally fine to take that chance and invest that money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you're investing in yourself.
Damn, chat's blowing up.
Oh, my mom said, wait, there's more. Tanya said, let's get Lauren's music out so we can have a Lauren, Fred, and Tanya J collab. Yeah.
Hey!
We'll get it out soon.
I would love that. I love
Dropping
Tanya.
an EP very soon.
She reached out to me a while ago, just in DMs, and I just like loved it. I was like, I felt so part of the New Waves crew when she was like, hey, because she's not like here physically, but like still, she was like, hey, like if you need anything, if you want to like need help or like anything, like feel free to reach out. And I just like was like, yay!
Yeah.
I'm so
No,
excited.
she's
I'm
super
so
cool.
excited.
Like and it's crazy. Like I think I've only met her like once. I think. When Ray John was filming a video at Skyline, like at one of the bars like right across over here.
Right across the street.
And I didn't even know her then, and everything was so busy, I didn't get a chance to like really talk to her or anything. And then the last time she came out to Guam, I was in the States with my wife, so I didn't get to see her or work with her there. So like you know, like she's definitely family, like, but I'm like, I just, it's one of those things, like we missed each other.
Yeah. Like I haven't even met her still, and I'm like, I still like, she's so part of it. Like I always still like, I think I'm gonna send her my next, the song we were working on yesterday. I want to send her that.
Oh, she's a dope editor too. Yeah, like she's sick. Like she did the cover art for Washed Up, the Washed Up single that we did.
Yeah,
so I literally sent her like, I don't know, 20 different photos or more maybe. And I was like, hey, do you think you can do something with this like in a couple of days? Like maybe like put a collage together or something? And she's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
And then the turnaround time was so quick and it was so dope. Like we were all super stoked on that.
She said, stop, y'all making me blush.
No, for real, like no bullshit. Like that it came out really sick, really sick.
Yeah, that was really cool.
By the way, are you still doing something for Esoteric? Because that EP is basically ready.
Oh no, I got someone to do cartoon work.
Oh, never mind. I guess we got cartoon work. Sorry. Love you.
Wait, so I kind of want to talk more about this. So you met, what was his name? Rick Richard, I believe, for the radio station?
Oh, Rich Rocks.
Rich Rocks. Okay, so what?
Dick. So you met Dick.
My bad.
No.
But what like radio station is that? Is that like a big one in
So
Guam? Or is that
Hit Radio 100, yeah, they're
That's what it
one of
is?
the biggest. Yeah, he's on
Oh.
Hit Radio 100.
Oh, snap.
So there's another DJ there, a good buddy of mine I've known for years, Ronnie Perez. He does the morning show. Like he's been with Hit Radio 100 for a long time. Like those dudes, I consider them family too. Like especially when it comes to the music and stuff. Like even before music and before real estate, they were big supporters of Horse and Cow when I was running Horse and Cow.
Awesome.
So they come in and I think Hit Radio 100 for years running now, I think had hosted Super Bowl, right? So Rich Rocks would come in and host Super Bowl, or Ronnie Perez would come in and host Super Bowl parties there. What's weird in Guam is you can't call it or advertise it as a Super Bowl party. You have to call it the Super Party or something.
Why?
Because
That's
the
weird.
word Super Bowl is, you can't use it through advertising companies here in Guam, but I think you can in the States. Guam has some weird rules and regulations when it comes to business and stuff like that. It's weird. But
That's really strange.
anyways, they call it like Super Monday or something like that.
Super Monday.
But yeah, no. So like I got to know those guys over time, even before music and everything.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, they love and support local music there. I mean, most radio stations here do, but they're more like, I feel like they're more inviting. Not just because I know them personally, but I feel like they genuinely appreciate like us bringing them good music, and they love to have us on air too. So when when COVID was still whatever, they stopped all like in-person radio interviews, right? Because I love going in there,
Yeah,
chatting
that's
with
so
them,
fun.
playing our new singles or releases or whatever. So now that that's starting to kind of like come back into play, like when I ran into Rich Rocks the other night, was it last night? Night before.
2 minutes ago, yeah.
I ran into him. He was hosting a quiz night at Porky's, by the way. Porky's.
Love Porky's. Porky's.
This is my favorite.
We love
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works music-wise with Steve from Porky's too. But yeah, like so I ran into him there at Porky's. After I got my most recent tattoo outline.
Slice that shit.
So I went down to Porky's, had a couple drinks, ran into Rich Rocks, and he's like, bro, where's the music at? Like he's asking me for it,
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
He's like, yo, dude, we've been waiting for you to hit us up. I'm like, yo, we got a lot of projects in the works.
A lot, yeah,
Like,
a lot.
a lot. I said, just, we'll please be patient. Like, we'll get you some stuff soon. He goes, dude, we could really use some new music from you guys, because we follow you and your stories, and we see what you guys are doing and the upgrades to the studio.
Okay.
And then he ended it with, we can actually have people in the studio now again to talk about the music and interview and
Love
stuff like that. And they're so good at just getting to the point, asking a few questions, playing the music, promoting it, and then boom. So it's like an in and out, bam, like it's cool.
That's awesome.
And they even take pictures with us afterwards. Like it's
Oh,
dope.
awesome.
Like they line everybody up, and then we take it. And they promote it on their page. Like we promote it on ours.
That's awesome.
It's just love. It's all love,
I actually have that for after the show. I have a camera set up with a tripod so we can take photos. Because I want to do the same kind of thing where we can post it after and have like our guests on, so it's like
like
different,
that.
Yep.
and you can see, and then we can add, yeah. That's awesome though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so fun because the radio station's like so different. I was talking to Clay actually like probably the night before you texted him was like, oh, I bumped into him. And I was like, Clay, we should have our own radio station. Like that would be so cool. And just like it could be like a whole like all the new waves music and stuff. But that like timed out perfectly because then you're like, oh, this guy's gonna get us on the radio. I was like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and I think for Guam too. I mean, it's Guam, right? It's a small island. It's a small community. Like I'm fortunate enough to have been here, not just long enough, but to be in certain businesses where I make a lot of connections, which helps big time. Because back in the States, you don't know your radio DJ.
No.
There's millions of people there. Like, how are you? Like, you don't just make a personal connection with the radio DJ that you listen to on your drive to work in the morning.
No,
right?
yeah.
Like it just
So,
doesn't
but, like,
happen.
Here it
But
does.
here it's different, and so what I kind of love about it is like it feels more like a community thing than it does like I'm pushing to get my music out there and me.
Yeah, it's not.
It's more like because every time we've been on the radio too, I'm always promoting like, New Waves is here to to bring artists to their full potential, to put them in a creative space that's professional, that if somebody's got the talent and the skill and the desire and the work ethic to do it, like we're here. You know what I mean? Like we're here, and and not just that we want to stay in Guam. Like the goal is to be global, right? Like once COVID restrictions lift and stuff, I've got connections in Japan, in Roppongi, Party City, to a dude that owns clubs there. I'm not going to drop his name because nobody needs to know that, but they call him the king of Roppongi, put it that way.
What is Roppongi?
The Roppongi is like the red light party district of Tokyo. Like, crazy clubs. Like, when my wife and I were there when I proposed to my wife, in Japan. And she's totally shocked by it too. She had no idea. I even snuck her parents on the same plane as us.
Tell us that full story. Tell us the full story.
You want the full story?
I want the full story.
So my father-in-law and I we golf, right? And I knew I was going to propose to Aimee. I knew it, right? It was just a matter of time. But I wanted to do the traditional route of asking her father first, right? After getting to know him and play golf and drink with him and whatever and be at their house. So he gave me his blessing, of course, which I was thankful for. And I'm like, where am I going to propose to her? She loves Disneyland, in Tokyo especially. So I was thinking, I could propose to her. Huh?
They have a Disneyland in Tokyo?
Sick.
Oh, shit.
Yo.
That's so cool.
So they have Disneyland and Disney Sea. So it's two. So Disneyland is more like what you would experience Disneyland in the States, with some extra stuff. Disney Sea is like an adult Disneyland. They sell booze there. The food is 10 times better than the stateside Disneyland. No, it's insane. So I was thinking man, should I propose to her at Disneyland or Disney Sea? Or is that too cliche? I don't know. So I talked to her parents, and so her mom was a flight attendant previously, so they get flight benefits and stuff. And I was
awesome.
Okay, great. Here's an idea. Why don't I sneak you guys on the plane, right?
That's crazy.
Okay. And it's not like I snuck them on illegally, but I'll play with you. So we were sitting, we went through security. I'm like, hey, we went through security, texting on the side. Aimee thinks I'm doing real estate business, you know what I mean? Just keeping it private and stuff over here, but really I'm talking to her parents, right? So I'm we just made it through security. You're good to go now, and then we're in the food court, and then I'm like, hey, we're in the food court, so don't come over here, So anyways, we get on the plane. Aimee fell asleep really quickly, and then mommy and daddy come walking right by us. I was awake. She was passed out.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Right? So then when it came time to get off the plane, my now in-laws got out first, and then they were waiting for us as we came through the exit door at the airport, and Aimee was blown, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, surprise! I just thought it would be nice to have mommy and daddy here for, just to hang out with us in Tokyo, whatever. I just totally played it off. And what was really sick is one of my father-in-law's, one of his best friends from elementary school back there owns an unagi restaurant. If you don't know what unagi is, freshwater eel, so good. I've never had such good unagi. It's unahagi is the name of the restaurant. Unahagi, and he's a super funny dude too. But basically, I was like, cool, I'll propose to her at the restaurant, because we got all of her, some of Aimee's friends, relatives, her grandma, people she hasn't seen in years, a lot of my father-in-law's friends, and we did this big dinner, and it was at the end of April too, so I was like, hey, why don't I just do a big birthday dinner for myself at your dad's friend's restaurant. So that she thought it was a birthday dinner for me. And then they when they were about to sing happy birthday, I stood up and I said, babe, stand up with me. All right? I said, stand up with me. Come on, let's celebrate. And then all of a sudden, I cued mommy, my mother-in-law, to play some music. I picked out a song for her to play, and then I traditionally got down on one knee in front of everybody, asked her to marry me, and it was amazing.
That's awesome.
It was crazy.
In Tokyo.
In Tokyo. And then we went out the next night and partied with this king of Roppongi and talking. Dude, we were VIP in every place we went to, sitting in the best booths, champagne coming out with the sparklers on it and shit. And we didn't pay for anything. He took us out to a $500 sushi dinner. It was insane.
That's wild.
So kind of rewind a little bit, like my goal for us at New Waves and for everybody that's a part of this team, that's a part of this wave, right, of New Waves. Once travel opens up and things kind of get back to normal again, like, we can do shows in Tokyo. We've even got connections in the Philippines. So we can go open up for bands in the Philippines or do, whatever. So,
excited.
It's just a matter of time. And I think, I don't know, this whole stupid, in my opinion, COVID situation may be kind of a blessing in disguise for what we're doing.
I really think it is, because we're allowing us time to stack up music and
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to have a lot
and just get better at everything.
Get better at everything, and
I'll be back.
we'll be ready to just attack. When things are lifted, we'll be ready to just drop it.
And just go.
Just go.
Yep.
And take off.
Yep, totally agree. So, as much as I hate this whole COVID situation, as tired as I am of it, like, take your temperature dude, I go into 15, 20 different places a day. Like, and sometimes I get so fed up with it that I apologize to some employees. Like, lady at Circle K the other day, it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm done working, a long real estate day, ready to just pick up some Gatorade and come to the studio. And I walk in and, oh, sir, temperature check. I'm like, I gave her attitude, and I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I'm so sick of this. Like if I had a fever and I was like sweating and throwing up and shitting my pants, like I wouldn't be out and about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like this whole temperature check thing is so
I wonder
to me
what
it's so
happened
stupid.
if you fail the temperature check. Did they kick you out? Like, I don't
No,
know.
that's the thing. They don't.
They don't
So
kick you out.
I'll give you an example. I can't remember where I was. I was somewhere standing outside in the sun because there was no shade. I was waiting for Aimee or somebody to show somewhere, restaurant or something. And then so finally, my wife shows up. I walk in and I do the temperature check, and I'm fucking sweating and everything, right? So the thing goes woo 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 like a fucking police siren, woo 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 woo, and it showed my temperature like 103 or something. I gave it 2 seconds to reset. Put my palm under the thing again, 97.3 degrees,
Yeah.
like. Bro, it's a joke.
That
dude.
exact
It's a
same thing
joke.
happened when I would go to the gym in the morning. I would always run to the gym.
Yeah.
And it was probably like a 5-10 minute jog to the gym.
Yeah.
On base, and then I would be hot because I was just running, and I would fail the temperature check 4 times, and then they'd eventually just see that I was obviously running to the gym and just let me go. The temperature check is
We
useless.
had spells when we got drunk and we went to 76 to buy more alcohol. But when you're drunk, you get
Yeah, you get a little flushed, you get warm, yeah.
Spell was at that thing about 8 times running it, and the lady in the front was like, "You want to try again? You can try again."
Yeah.
But
So-
she wasn't gonna get him in until it changed.
Until he passed the
But
test.
the fact that she actually catered and let him keep going,
You wanna try
"Oh,
again?"
this else I'm not getting it."
Even walking into certain places too, like Tumon Sands, for example. Like we'll go to Chili's, and my wife and I'll go to Chili's and have margaritas and tacos or whatever, right? And you walk in there and they got security at the front, and they go, temperature check, please, and where are you going?
You're like,
To your mom's house, actually. No, I've never said that, but I'm like, but no, I
You ever write a fake name?
Oh, I always put a
write
fake name. I don't put my
I
real
always
name
put
They
fake
don't
names.
check
or my real
Fake
phone number.
phone
No,
numbers.
they don't
I
check.
fake
They check
phone
that.
number.
I don't put my real name or my real phone number, because who are you to gather my information? Not that it's not available anyways, but dude, but I'll tell these people when they go, oh, where are you going? I'm going to eat. Where? I don't have to tell you that legally, because you know what? I've said this for real. I'm not joking. I don't have to tell you where I'm going to eat. Number one, legally, I don't have to answer that question, right?
yeah.
No, sir. Okay. And number two, once I get to the restaurant, they're going to check my temperature again after you just checked it, and they're going to make me sign in at the restaurant too. So,
What are we doing?
I think it's just a total waste. dude.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so annoying.
If I'm sick, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be moving.
If I have a massive headache or a fever or if I'm throwing up, you think I'm really gonna go out and, dude, come on. Anyways,
Yeah.
yes.
Let's pop this bottle and play
Let go.
move on to the game section.
Yes,
of the
yes,
Yes.
I'm ready for
show.
some game.
section.
Who's in the chat? Hey, damn, that actually legit scared me.
That was terrifying. Dude, one time I popped the bottle in the kitchen of our the house we live on base. I popped the bottle and it just shot through the light fixture on top and like broke it.
The light fixture's hanging
Yeah,
down.
it's just hanging
We
down.
have like,
I destroyed it. Wait, was this?
it kind of looks like
Oh, yeah,
these
that-
lights.
Oh, there's the Jaeger bottle.
Oh, right.
Jaeger bottle.
Oh my god, it kind of looks like this, with like the light coming through it. It's
Okay.
one of those kind of lamps or lights, and it shot through it,
Yeah.
cracked it. The thing falls
And
down.
then it was like, yeah,
it was
like
hanging
inside
there
it.
for like 2 days, and Clay and I were just walking around it for a while.
Dude, that reminds me of like when I first got a Wii years ago. I was living in a duplex in Tamuning, not too far from here. This was a long time ago, and we were playing the volleyball game. And I remember I had the little thing in my hand, right, or whatever. And I got excited and I went up to like spike the ball or something, and I punched right through the light fixture. Thank God I didn't hurt myself, but there were no serious injuries. But like I literally just boom, and it just fucking like shrapnel. Yeah. And I was like, oh.
It only we was like bad with that, but it only gets worse with VR. When you're in a VR,
Oh, and you're
game
lunging
you
at the
don't even know
TV.
what's around you, and you're just piecing up the window.
Thank God I've never done anything like that, like to break anything. But you see those videos online, right?
Yeah,
People,
those are
they're getting ready. They got the VR on, and then they just lunge right into the TV. Like, yo, bro, chill, dude.
Oh, shoot.
So funny. I remember I was doing like Wii bowling or something. I didn't put the strap on. My remote went smashed into their TV, and I was like, probably like 10, 11 years old. I was like, sorry. Just like,
Because you don't know, like,
I
you
was
go,
like,
sorry.
had to buy like a whole nother $1,000 TV. I was like, okay. Okay, so for this game section, first we have truth or shot. Are you ready for this?
Truth or shot?
Okay.
You have your Jaeger, so you have your shot.
All right. Oh, God.
All right, truth or shot? Question number 1.
Okay.
Name something illegal that you've done and regret.
Regret.
You've done something illegal and you've done and regret.
Or take a shot.
Or take a shot. You don't have the answer. Take a shot.
Can it be a story, like a short story?
Yeah, short story or something.
Anything illegal.
I was in San Diego. I had a little sports car at the time. I was drunk and stoned and underage. I had half a gallon of vodka in my back seat with a couple of my friends. A Supra pulled up next to me. It was about 10 o'clock at night. We revved our engines and we raced down a very popular street. And once we hit the red light, it was a very close race, by the way. Once we hit the red light, my buddy in the back seat was like, "Yo, where are you going, bro? We got a half gallon of vodka and we got blunts and shit." I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of this. This is the past. And I'm driving. I'm stoned. I'm high out of my mind. And all of a sudden, a cop on foot shines his light right in my face. I swear to God.
On foot? Like
On
how,
foot.
How on foot? Like what's
Like
the
pulled up right
horse?
behind us, and we had no idea because he didn't hit his lights or anything. He just kind of crept up on us.
To see.
He
Like,
got out of his car and on foot between my car and the Supra, put his light right in my face. Long story short, he made us pull into a gas station parking lot, and I thought, this is it. I'm going to jail. I'm getting a DUI. My car's going to be repossessed. Like, I'm done for.
Shoot.
And all that happened was he pulled me out of my car. He pulled the other guy out of his car. He looked under our hoods, and he said, "This is illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't make modifications like this to your vehicle. You know, you shouldn't be street racing like this." And he let us go.
What?
Yeah.
That's so lucky. That's so lucky.
So lucky. I think I was like maybe 18, 19 at the time, maybe.
So lucky.
Yo, crazy.
Jesus.
So I regret that because just looking back, like that's one of the stories that probably sticks out. Like I shouldn't have been doing that stuff
Yeah,
anyway.
just
It's like
stupid
just
stuff,
young,
but,
dumb
yeah.
kid,
But that's very lucky that you
But
just
oh my
got.
God, so lucky,
That's
dude.
insane. Lucky.
Yeah, literally in my face. Pull your car over! Like yelled at me in my face, light like this.
I would have peed my pants. I would have been like, oh my
Dude,
God.
my heart rate was out of control, and I was standing there looking him square in the eyes when he was talking to me, because, like,
You get your composure.
yeah. And it wasn't like I just had an open container in the car. Like I was a participant. You know what I mean? Like
You weren't
like,
just you weren't just the DD.
Well, I was.
That's insane.
I was the drunk driver.
Yeah.
Not the designated, the drunk driver instead.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, cheers to the illegal things that you've done previously.
Okay, next. Truth or shot?
Okay, what's the
I feel like one of these is a trap to make me do a shot.
Maybe. Just maybe.
All right.
What's the most shallow reason for not going on a second date?
That's not a good one. Don't answer that.
Okay, don't answer that one.
This one you might take a shot. You might take a shot.
Yeah, that's like
What
the
is your
only
body
good-
count, Janon?
That's a good one.
What's what?
The Sandman. What's the Sandman's body count?
Or take a shot. Or take a shot. He grabs the bottle.
There's the bottle.
I knew that one was gonna.
Dude, good on you guys. That's a good one. That's really good. I thought it was gonna be like generic, like a generic question.
No, we're getting deep.
You could ask anybody, but okay, all right.
That was a good question, Lauren. Good job.
That was Lawrence.
Yeah, that was on our
Off
list.
the dome.
Really? Fucking a great question.
Lauren, what's the dice game you had planned? Oh,
Okay, so it was supposed to be you roll it, and whatever number it lands on, you have to tell like 3 lies and a truth, kind of thing. So you leave one out. So that like obviously if you get 5, you get 4, and then 1 truth.
Seems like a
and
lot
you
of
have to like
thinking.
guess.
Yeah.
It's a lot of lies. Or you roll it and you just have to drink for that amount of seconds. Or there's another one where you roll it and you
We'll move on to the freestyle section of our show.
I think we have another question for the truth or shot play.
What's the shot question?
Yeah, there was only like 2
There's
questions.
only 2
so,
questions.
yeah, I
Not
don't think that's a
section.
really good game. But no, I'm down for this. I mean, I can make up some fucking weird lies. So, excuse my language.
All right, roll the die then. Come on with
Okay, so
Okay, so 1 lie, 1 truth. Okay. Okay, the very first time I played golf with my father-in-law, he took a shit in the bushes.
for some reason I believe it. For some reason.
Happens to the best of us.
Okay. Let's see.
If we guess wrong, we all have to take a drink. So
Okay. Then the next. Okay, let's see. I used to wear big diamond earrings when I was younger.
I'm gonna say that's
Diamond
a lie,
earrings.
and your father-in-law did
no,
take a shit.
I think it's the diamond earrings.
I think your father-in-law.
I think I'm
took a shit.
cheating because I can see little holes in your ear. So I know you used to have your ears pierced.
So-
you're a little detective over here.
Okay, so you're right, you're wrong.
So you have to drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Good job, Lauren.
I just, little detective stuff.
So you can
Okay.
see like a little.
Yeah, like just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not really noticeable. Okay, Clay.
Oh, good luck, bro. Good luck. I don't even know if I'm gonna remember all this.
No. Only one
One
is a
lie. 5 truths.
Yeah.
Holy balls.
Wait.
Okay.
Is that how you
No, 5 lies, 1
5
truth.
lies, 5 lies.
5
Yeah.
lies and 1
You can make up lies. You lie all the time, maybe. No, you don't. I think he's pretty honest. Yeah, I'm just kidding. He's really honest. Probably too honest, but that's fine.
5 lies and 1 truth. My favorite color is brown. I have a girlfriend, a side-hoe named Shakira. I rap. I am starting my rap career. I'm really good at singing country. I have a dog named Jupiter. And my wife's toes are really big.
Oh my God.
Which one of those is true?
Well, my toes are pretty big, so I mean.
Which one?
I'll just go with that.
Which one of those?
Or maybe you're good at singing country.
I'm gonna go with your favorite color is brown.
I'm gonna say that's wrong. What do you think?
I think your favorite color is gold.
I'm gonna say.
But I think
what's the
I think the truth
What's
is that you're really good at singing country.
Wrong. I'm starting my rap career. It's the truth. Preston the Kid, I need you to send me a beat.
That's a lie in itself!
No!
There's
I
no
said
lie.
Preston, Preston the Kid.
That's a
listen
lie
to
in
me.
I think
itself.
you drink.
Preston,
I
I
think you
need a
drink
beat.
that one.
Preston
Yo,
read
that's
the
not even
text.
fair.
Preston read the text and didn't respond. He blew me off. So PTK, I need you in the chat to send me a beat right now.
Okay,
I'm right
PTK,
to it. I'm
basically.
gonna perform it in the studio. I'm starting my rap career. Preston, help me out. I'm lying.
I think you have to drink. I think you're the one that
I'll lie
has
to
to
that.
drink this.
I'll drink that. I'm lying. I'm actually really good at singing country. That we discovered last night.
So I was right.
Yeah, Lauren was right.
And I have to drink in here.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Damn, Lauren's kicking her ass.
Yeah, Lauren.
I'm just really good at games. No, I'm not. 2.
Oh.
Okay, 2. Okay.
For you, maybe.
No, I'll get Clay out, I think. So one has to be a lie, one has to be the truth, correct? Okay, so this is actually kind of hard.
It is?
I don't know
Once you get into it, like, yeah.
5 lies. Like, it was pretty typical.
Yeah, that's
I was just
I'm
thinking
impressed. I have to
about
say I'm impressed.
It was
Okay.
quick, too.
I hate going out, and I love plants.
Which plant specifically?
I'm gonna say the truth is you hate going out already.
We have a song
You
about
just
how
fucking
you
made a
hate
song
going
like
Okay,
about.
okay, maybe okay.
You
fine.
can't retract. You can't retract. No,
Okay,
go.
I'll just drink.
Too long. Yeah, we have a song coming out soon about how Lauren hates going out.
I've never had a good time besides when I go to 13 degrees, and it's like you can actually talk to people, and there's something going on, and there's live music, and you can like hear someone talk.
Yeah.
Like when you're out and about at a club and you can't hear, I come out of there and my head is buzzing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
ears are ringing.
and I'm like, okay, and then I just fall asleep immediately.
She has
like,
no endurance. Is
there has
also
been
the thing.
plenty
Like,
of
she just wants
times-
to be
Like
asleep.
narcoleptic, like you just walk out and just.
Yeah, like just passes out in the street. I've left her a couple times. I'll be at a bar
Yeah, Clay
and I've
leaves me in
left
the
her
car
in the
sleeping.
car sleeping. Cause I didn't
And he
wanna
goes
drive
back
her
in.
home. Yeah, and I go back and I'm in there like, and Lauren's just
Exactly.
asleep.
Like last
Exactly.
night, I remember Spell with last night was like, yo, dude, Clay, man, he's faded. Look at him, he's stealing it. And I look back, and he's back there again.
I always think.
Just by himself, feeling it.
You know how tired
I
I
was like, oh shit.
Clay like manages, I immediately will just pass out. Sometimes I think one night my friends literally opened the door when I was passed out, and they were like, Lauren, and I was like, who the fuck is this? I just woke up, like my vision's blurry. I was like, who is in the car? I was like, I hear someone else's voice. I was petrified, to say the least. And Clay's like nowhere to be found.
I'm like
And he comes
inside
back
the bar
inside.
talking.
Yeah, I'm talking to other chicks.
He was like, you were sleeping, so I just left you to sleep in the car. I was like, bet, okay.
Dude, that's.
I wasn't about to
freaking
drive her
funny.
home. We live like 30 minutes away, and I'm already like drinking and
Just
like
leave me in the car, I guess. Yo,
She's fine in there. Like, fuck. Mom P's gonna comment in the story. She's not
my
gonna
mom's
be
gonna be
happy.
pissed.
She's not gonna be happy.
Plants, haha.
She says freestyle. Let's go. So Mom P, as per your
My
request.
mom is the one that left it plants.
Yeah. I didn't even think
She
to look
goes
at this.
not
like-
happy, Clay. She goes not happy, Clay. She's not happy with me.
I was sitting inside of the car, the unlocked car, in the middle of Tuman. That's fine.
Alright, we'll move on to the
Okay.
freestyle section of our show.
JDOT, take it away.
Okay. We have a topic.
The topic.
Dogs.
Dogs.
It could be actual dogs.
It's been a minute since I see my dogs. It's been a minute since I played leapfrog. I'm keeping it elementary. I don't give a fuck, this is something new. A whole different century. I might be off beat though. Spell just walked in. I'm shooting it just like a free throw. Let me get it back to my puppies, yo. I'd rather have more puppies, yo. The little ones are so cute. Shoot.
I'm chilling, making dreams with my dogs, right? I'm trying to see how to make the song right. I'm trying to.
It was good.
It was good. I got the first line.
Yeah, the first line was good.
Yeah.
I miss my dog egg. Wait.
Go.
Coming to the new waves house and it mounts. Coming to the mounds and the dogs, yeah, they out. We got Charlie, Mushu, coming in the door. We got a Marquino, yeah, everybody roar.
Yeah. Joe, Leo, and Lucy. Those are my 3 dogs' names. Yeah, I ain't a pussy, so don't push me. I love the Mushu reference. Yo, let me spit another sentence. 1, 2, 3, ABC. I keep it elementary. That's how I talk to my dogs, though. Alright.
Okay, let's get a different one. Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Hey, Mushu. Somebody said, Mushu, Kobe.
Love Mushu.
The barking ad-libs are.
What's this one?
This is Street Art Beat Tape Volume 3 Old School Boot Bop full album.
Okay, some little.
So it has like 8 different titles.
Yes, yeah. It's 36 minutes long. I don't know what's about to come out of this.
It's feeling soulful right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this beat is so soulful. I'd rather put it on my plate and eat it like soul food. Collard greens and cooking up beans in the stove pot. I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not. Wait, let me get the flow back. I see the dice sitting right there, hold back. 2 questions and 1 truth and 1 false. I don't really know what's going on in my own thoughts. Wait, we got 3 mimosas, another empty glass. Give me mosa. Yeah, I like looking at my cell phone, cause I'm a tippity beep burper dippity don.
Coming in the old school beat.
Hey.
We coming with that old school beat.
Okay.
You having on that old school beat.
All right.
Yeah, count with me 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
That's okay.
Hey, that's a hook right there. Lay this down.
Yeah, maybe we're recording this later today.
Yeah. Prints on the paper, staring at me deathly. I don't really give a fuck, my rhymes are so deadly. I got the pen in my hand, I ain't joking, y'all. I got the pen in my hand, I keep you choking on these lyrics, these bars, I'm spitting these stars. I don't really give a fuck, cause I'm featured tomorrow on a show, or on a Segway, or on a subway. I take the bus, fuck it, yeah. Even though I drive a Lexus, I keep shit on my neck, calling it a necklace. And that's a really obvious shit. I don't give a fuck, cause on this beat, I'ma body this shit.
Bye.
I got nothing. I come up with 1 line, I got nothing else.
Okay, let's do one more.
One more verse. One more beat. 5 a.m. This one is called 5 a.m. in Tokyo. Mellow, chill, jazz.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you can relate. You've been to
This is live,
Tokyo.
yes, right on
I'm
Blue
sure you've
Sky.
been there at 5 a.m. You know how it is.
What's the scene like at Tokyo
Yeah.
5 a.m.?
5 a.m. in
Tell us
Tokyo.
about
Maybe I'll try some
5 a.m.
melodic singing shit.
Tokyo.
Wait, who's going first?
You.
5 a.m. in Tokyo. My homie hit me with a blow. I was like, no, that shit ain't for me. I'd rather drink all night and see an HD. I'm at the club, yeah, I'm showing up. I don't really give a fuck, drinking my cup. I'm partying all night. It's 5 a.m., yo. Wait, it's morning, right?
I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. Didn't know the scene or about how it goes. Maybe we can go to Tokyo when this COVID shit lifts and I don't have to zoom in.
Let's go.
Maybe I can go to Tokyo at 5 a.m. See how it really goes.
Yeah, we be tripping really overseas. Yeah, meeting people different countries. I've been taking flights every day before this COVID shit wanted to go away. Me and Clay and Lauren on the Clay and Lauren show. Bring that shit right over to Tokyo. We do a live stream and we be blowing up. Yeah, again, pour a drink in my cup. Cause I'm faded right now. I'd rather get faded right now. I'd rather get faded right now. In Tokyo, baby, oh. Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. in Tokyo, didn't really know where to go or how it's gonna be. Oh, it's 5 a.m. in Tokyo. We be hitting bars, we be doing doors, living in the life, yeah, hope driving cars. Oh, it's 5 a.m. in Tokyo.
5 a.m. my alarm's going off. I'm waking up, gotta put on my socks, throw on my shoes. Pants come later, cause I don't give a fuck. I ain't even hating on these motherfuckers that are going elsewhere. Wait, I try to think of different countries elsewhere. Like Thailand or Bali. I never been to one, but I think you all wanna follow me. But this is New Ways, we on a new day. We bringing it to Tokyo in a new way. Yeah, take another flight again when this COVID shit lifts again.
Fuck COVID!
Hey.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Fuck COVID! Yo!
Yo,
Oh my god, sorry. Didn't mean to swear like that. That just really just came out of nowhere.
There's our new single coming out soon.
Coming out.
5 a.m. Fuck COVID, Tokyo. AKA, you know.
We gotta record that. That sounds pretty good. I like Lauren's hook. Ty, I like Lauren's hook.
Yeah, dude. That was sick. That was sick.
Sick. Thank you guys for our show. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at freestyling. I don't want to do freestyle. I don't understand why, because I've proven time and time I can't.
No, you had a good line, I think.
I had
at the
one
beginning,
good line,
and then you got
but I
lost.
couldn't rhyme it with another.
You don't need to rhyme, it's fine. Just
Okay.
spit it out.
I'll work on my freestyling. Next week, we'll be back next week with a new guest. Thank you, our guest, JDOT. Everybody giving the guest, throw one in the chat if you like the guest, JDOT. Comment below who you want our guest to be next week. We've got a few people in mind. But thank you, everyone that showed out. Thank you, everyone that stuck to the end. If you missed it, this video will be up on YouTube. We'll be posting all the ones on YouTube. Posting the video of Imy's Instagram that's been blowing up of her skating. That will be on the YouTube description.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Anything else we mentioned in the video that I said I would post in the YouTube description, I don't even remember. Anything you can think of, we'll post in the YouTube description, get you guys up to that link, and we'll see you guys next week. So thank you, everyone. Stick around.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's our show.